Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brendan Clark.
We're glad you're here with us. I'm Erin Morgan.
The race for Republican nomination in South Carolina's 1st Congressional District has come to an end. Incumbent Republican Representative Nancy Mace clinched the Republican primary with her victory tonight.
She did, and that's where we find News 2's Riley Benson, who has been at Mace's watch party on Daniel Island throughout the evening. Riley, tell us what it's been like out there.
Well, Aaron and Brendan, getting a look at the aftermath of this watch party for Representative Nancy Mace, who will now head towards November's general election with Michael B. Moore. Now, when that announcement came in just before 8:30, Congresswoman Mace came out at 8:30 to a round of applause and a full crowd here as they welcomed the Republican primary nominee who will head to that general election. Now, right now, Nancy Mace has 26,341 votes, good for about 57% of this race. Catherine Templeton at 13,000 votes for 29%. Bill Young coming in at 13%. Now, what seems to be different about tonight's watch party, this almost had a feel of we've been here before. Now, Representative Nancy Mace talking about things, how she's taking on Washington, D.C., how she's fighting for low-country residents, how she's a maverick and a trailblazer, some of the words that she's talking about tonight. Now, again, Representative Mace has held this seat since 2020, and she talked about how $7 million was spent against her, the highest ever in any of her races. There was also a sense of relief. They talked about how the last time she was in a primary and her last election were so close. Tonight, not so much the case. Take a listen. We had a chance to catch up with her after her remarks tonight.
It feels amazing. We've never won by this large of a margin in any election, so to have this major win after being outspent 3-1 feels pretty damn good. And also, this isn't about me. This is more about the Low Country and South Carolina voters, because I don't work for Washington. I work for South Carolina, and that's what this is about tonight. And the people spoke. The people said tonight that we're it. And I just really appreciate all the support, overwhelming support. Serving the Low Country has been the honor of my lifetime.
And Representative Mace says that she'll now focus on Michael B. Moore, who she will face off against in November, and focusing on the path to victory here in SC-01. For now, live from Daniel Island, Riley Benson, Count on 2.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. Tonight, the results of the Democratic primary election in for that 1st Congressional District. As Riley was saying, business executive Michael B. Moore advances to the general election. News 2's Jordan Sayopa joins us live from downtown Charleston, where that watch party was happening tonight. Jordan?
Yeah, Brendan, it was all cheers in this room the moment the race was called and Moore became the Democratic nominee in the 1st Congressional District race. He just got off the mic not too long ago thanking his supporters and volunteers. He says they're celebrating tonight, but the work continues tomorrow. Now, Moore joined his campaign team and supporters who spent the evening here at the International Longshoremen's Association building to watch as the results came in. The businessman and former president of the International African American Museum beat his Democratic opponent, Mac DeFord, gaining 55% of the votes. Throughout his campaign, Moore has highlighted an economy that works for everyone, protecting women's health care and saving the coast. Other key values for the congressional hopeful are people over politics, defending democracy, and commitment to public service.
Our campaign has been about rejecting divisive politics and focusing on what truly matters: progress, unity, and justice. Together, we've shown that we are not afraid to take bold action to make a difference in the lives of our fellow Americans. I'm also deeply proud to be running for the very same seat in Congress that my great-great-grandfather, Robert Smalls, once held.
And we'll be hearing from Moore again as our live coverage of election results continue throughout the night. Reporting live in Charleston, I'm Jordan Sayopa. Count on 2.
Jordan, thank you. And Republican challenger Catherine Templeton addressed her supporters tonight following her defeat to Representative Nancy Mace in the state's 1st Congressional District. News 2's Hannah Powers joins us from her watch party in Mount Pleasant with more details.
Hi, that's right. Not enough votes to win tonight, but Templeton saying she enjoyed the process. She loved her campaign, thanking supporters at the Creek Club at Ion after the election results came in. During this campaign process, she positioned herself as the more conservative candidate as opposed to her opponent, incumbent Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Campaigning to the very end, greeting supporters and meeting with voters, Templeton called her campaign grassroots. Templeton has had a diverse career in both the public and private sectors, serving as the former director of the South Carolina Department of Labor, Licensing and Regulation under former Governor Nikki Haley, more recently serving as president of U.S. BRIC, experiences that she says made her a more stable choice for a role in Washington. While she didn't win today, still proud of her campaign and message.
You gave your talent and your treasure and your time, and you did it for the low country that you live in and for your children and your grandchildren and yourselves. And when you run for office, because we all did this together, it's for something bigger than yourselves. And I'm so proud of all of you, and I'm so thankful and grateful to have been with you and to have done this with you. It has been so much fun.
And Templeton stressing that come November, she will still be supporting the Republican Party for what she says is for the betterment of the country. Reporting in Mount Pleasant, I'm Hannah Powers. Count on 2.
As Michael B. Moore declared victory for the SC-01 Democratic primary, his opponent was Mac DeFord, who won just over 45% of the vote, held an election watch party on Daniel Island.
That's right. Sophia Radabaugh spoke to him about how this experience has been for him.
Mac DeFord says the last 14 months of campaigning have been very rewarding and says win or lose, he's still committed to fighting for people here in the Low Country. DeFord, running as a Democrat in the 1st Congressional District race, says he decided to run because he believes there's been a lack of authentic commitment to the Low Country. His campaign platform also focused on equal access to quality education, affordable health care, and being able to live where you work. His watch party tonight was at the new Realm Brewery on Daniel Island, full of his supporters. He went around the room shaking hands and thanking people for being here as results rolled in. He says tonight he's proud of the campaign he ran for the last 14 months, saying he's met so many people on the campaign trail. He'll continue to stand for the beliefs he campaigned on.
It has been a great experience. I mean, I've been to every corner of this district. I've met some really incredible people. I've formed some very strong friendships. And so win or lose, I feel very good about the work that we've been able to accomplish and the message that we've spread. It's definitely resonated with people. And I'm very appreciative of the friendships that I've made along the way.
And of course, you can count on News 2 as primary election results continue to roll in tonight. On Daniel Island, Sophia Radabaugh, Count on 2.